Okay, a quick video to answer some questions that have been brought up commonly when you all are doing your vent reps. So one of the first questions is, why does it matter that we start in mass CPAP mode if we're using CPAP or BiPAP versus just going to adult and then changing the mode to bi-level or to CPAP down here? Now, the reason is that there's some settings in the background that are different for your ventilator setting versus your masked CPAP setting. So if you take a look here at the beginning, if you look at adult and then you see here for like PIP, we have a high of 35, but if you scroll down to mass CPAP, you have a PIP alarm of 30. There's also some other things like leak compensation and other settings in the background that change when you select mass CPAP from the start menu. So if you want to use mass CPAP, go to mass CPAP from the start menu. If for some reason you forget to do that, or you're changing modes of ventilation, like you started in CPAP and your patient deteriorated and now you've intubated and ventilated your patient, you need to just turn the ventilator off and then go to the proper setting from the start menu. So start menu here, I'll choose my SIMV. Oh no, I wanted to BiPAP this patient. I need to go ahead and turn it off, restart it, go to mass CPAP, and then either choose my bi-level or my CPAP from there. This is going to prevent you from getting a whole bunch of random alarms and also making sure that the ventilator is operating properly for the setting that you want to be in. The next common question I'm getting is, what is the advantage of, or the difference between being in CPAP mode and adding pressure support versus being in bi-level and using IPAP and EPAP? There actually really is no difference. It's just a difference in terminology and a difference of what those numbers mean. So if I'm in CPAP mode and it starts at pressure support of 0 and a PEEP of 5, and I notice my patient starting to get fatigued, I can go ahead and I can add some pressure support here. Pressure support of 4 with a PEEP of 5. What you need to know about that in CPAP mode is that pressure support in CPAP mode is additive. So the pressure that you're actually giving your patient right now during inhalation is now 9 because it's 5 PEEP plus 4 pressure support. Now, if I go to bi-level, you can see now it's not additive. It's the full pressure. So now IPAP, which is the same as pressure support in CPAP mode, is now 9 and EPAP is 5. The numbers are actually, you're doing the exact same thing to the patient. It's just that based on the terminology used for Zoll, in bi-level mode, IPAP is the total inhalation pressure versus CPAP. Oops, wrong thing. Versus CPAP, which is additive. They do the exact same thing. You can just choose whatever way you want to meet the needs of the patient from either the CPAP or the BiPAP setting. Some other questions that are coming up are, if you arrive on scene and crews have already placed their patient on our Pulmodine disposable CPAPs, do we remove them and put them on our bi-level or CPAP? And the answer to that is, if the patient is improving and tolerating the disposable CPAP, then don't take away what's working for them. Now, if you notice that that patient is fatiguing still, they have still an increased work of breathing, they're using accessory muscles, and you believe that they might benefit from some IPAP or some pressure support, then you can make the decision to place them on our CPAP or BiPAP. But it needs to be a decision that you've made, and you're not just going to do it just because we have the device. The other question is, why are we not using our vents on our pediatric population? And it really comes down to, just like dealing with kids in medicine, there's a lot more variables to placing a kiddo on a ventilator than our adults. Usually kids are placed on ventilators in pressure mode, meaning that we're setting to a set pressure and they get whatever volume that it takes to get to that pressure. And there's a lot of other variables based on patient size, weight, condition that we would have to modify to properly place a pediatric patient on a ventilator, and we just don't have the knowledge or the skills to be there yet. It doesn't mean we won't get there at some point in the program. We're just not there at the moment. So we're going to focus on getting really good at our adult patients, and then as the program grows and we get more education, pediatric ventilator use might be something we use. But great questions. If we have anything else that you are unclear about, go ahead and email me some questions, and I'll try to make some more videos.